Welcome to the Karamah Conflict Resolution Workshop. My name is Amr Abdallah, and with me, my colleague Maliha Sheikh.
Assalamu alaikum to all of you, and welcome to the Conflict Resolution Workshop. Dr. Abdullah and I have really enjoyed putting this together for you, and we're looking forward to working with you over the next month.
And the purpose of this introductory video is to introduce you to the workshop and how we organized it. The workshop has three distinct sets of objectives. One set of objectives relates to understanding conflicts, whether understanding conflict and peace and how to analyze them universally, and then also how to understand factors and dynamics particular to Muslim communities. The second set of objectives relates to understanding Islamic perspectives on conflict resolution. And here we try to combine the maqasid al-Sharia or objectives of Sharia as a methodology with the approaches of peace studies to understand the conflict behavior and attitudes. And in the process, we want to uncover some of the negative culture influences and misinterpretations of Islamic sources, especially as they relate to issues of gender and women. The last set of objectives relates to building personal and intervention skills for conflict resolution. Because this workshop is not intended to be only about theory and concepts, it is about skills and know-how for addressing conflicts peacefully.
So the way in which we aim to achieve those objectives is based on integrating 5 frameworks. The first framework is called CR CIPABIO, a conflict analysis framework. And this will provide the overarching model for understanding conflict dynamics and peaceful interventions. The second framework is called Models of Interventions in the Field of Peace and Conflict Studies. This will offer a general direction for interventions which are based on both a careful assessment and mapping of a conflict, as well as the objectives that the intervention seeks to achieve in that conflict at a certain point. With the third framework, we come into the Islamic aspect of conflict resolution. And thus, this framework is called Islam's Integrative Conflict Behavior. In this framework, we will offer a social sciences non-legislative approach, which is supported by the first 2 frameworks, to extrapolate foundational and essential elements of how Islamic sources, namely the Quran and Sunnah, guide behavior in conflict towards de-escalation and peaceful intervention. The fourth framework is called Islamic Wheels of Conflict. In this framework, we'll learn how to distinguish between 4 different types of issues that members of Muslim communities confront. The distinction amongst the 4 types is based on the natures of the issues, as well as the extent of their regulation according to traditional Islamic sources. The 4 types of conflicts that we will look at are value perimeters, juristic matters, cultural issues, and needs and interests. The fifth framework is Islamic conflict intervention techniques. In this framework, we offer a repertoire of interventions which aim to correspond to the application of the first 2 frameworks. These interventions include innovative approaches to applying fiqh and pursuing legal interpretations, utilizing a positive role of community members, as well as empowering individuals through models of negotiation, mediation, and pursuit of professional help. So the way in which the workshop is structured is that it will be conducted over 4 weeks, starting on Monday, October 5th. On the first Monday of each week, workshop participants will receive a notification about the following information which will have been placed on the online platform. The first thing is a recorded presentation by Dr. Abdullah and myself, in which we'll go over the week's topics. A PowerPoint presentation, which is used in our recorded presentation, will be made available to you so that you can go over it at your own pace. We've put together a workshop guide, which goes into more in-depth of the recorded presentation. We will provide page numbers for you to read from the guide in order to supplement the information that you've gotten from the video. Every member of the course will receive a PDF to the Say Peace Teaching and Training Manual. For those of you who wish to study any of the subjects that we cover in even more depth, we will tell you where in the manual you can go to in order to do extra reading on your own, learn more about that subject. Lastly, we will provide you with instructions for the Saturday Zoom interactive session. So for example, that will be the topics that we're going to cover in the session, the interactive session that we'll be having, different role plays and stuff that we'll be doing, and if there's anything else that you need to read in advance of that session.
And I will share with you a little bit about the Saturday sessions and how we're going to organize them. Every Saturday, we're going to have a session of about an hour and a half on Zoom. This session is intended to be interactive and participatory so that participants will learn some of the skills about how to engage with conflict in a peaceful way and how to use techniques that are nonviolent and peaceful for addressing conflict. In addition to learning about those skills and practicing them in role plays and other types of activities, we also would like you to use the time after the interactive session and through Sunday to write reflections about what you learned through the week and to share some of your life experiences. We believe that everyone has valuable experiences to share, and we want a space open for sharing such experiences. And then through the week, we want you to read the reflections that are written by your colleagues and to provide any thoughts or ideas about them. I think that combining the sharing of experiences and the reflections on such experiences and the skills that we will work on during the Saturday interactive sessions, plus what you will learn about through the recorded presentations and the readings and other sources, will all enhance our understanding of peace and conflict resolution, and with good sharpened skills for how to deal with it, especially in the Muslim context. We hope that this will all be useful to all of you. And Maliha and I are excited to be seeing you very soon. Looking forward to see you in a few days.
Absolutely. We cannot wait until you bring your life experiences into the classroom, and we look forward to working with you.
Thank you all so much.